Good day guys, welcome back to another episode. In today's video, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we're going to be taking a look at Mr. Sam's Spray Wax versus Griots Garage Ceramic 3-in-1. So I have had some videos on the Griots, which is a fantastic product. This product is very tough with durability and torture testing. This product, they do mention and state on the back that you need to let it sit and cure for 24 hours for the extreme durability before getting it wet, introducing it to any kind of chemicals, anything like that. So we will be doing that. This is just simply a spray-on, wipe-off formula. And then the Mr. Sam's, I'm saying Mr. Sam's, if any of you watch Cletus McFarlane, Mr. Sam is his detailer, very awesome guy, very humble guy. He has his own product lineup. I picked up his spray wax, and this is Sam's Premium Car Care Products Spray Wax with Ceramic. Nowhere on the back does it mention a 24-hour cure time, but we will give this a 24-hour cure time, same with the Griots, because they do mention that, to give both products the same playing field. So I will be showing both these products being applied onto the test panel. I will go over my initial thoughts of application, slickness, anything like that. We will get some gloss readings before and after applying these. Then we will also get gloss readings 24 hours after these have been applied, and we'll see if they boost gloss numbers on the gloss meter. Then we'll also get into hydrophobic testing. And then we're gonna do a 10-wash test just with some regular car soap. It is not a pH neutral. I'm gonna be using the Turtle Wax Max Power, but I'm not gonna be mixing it to its fullest strength. Just something that you're gonna have or use if you're just picking up some regular car soaps, car shampoos, taking your car through a car wash. It is not gonna be a pH neutral soap, so it can be a little tough on any kind of protective layer that could be on your paint. So we'll see how both products hold up for the 10-wash. After the 10-wash, depending on if they've both held up just fine, then we will start introducing some heavier, harsher chemicals, kind of seeing the durability of these products. And I'm also curious to see the water beading, water sheeting, whatever they are, the hydrophobic properties of these products before the 10-wash and before we introduce any kind of harsh chemicals to them, because I kind of want to see how they perform. We'll also do a slickness test to see how slick they are on the panel. I will just use a pearl foam applicator from the rag company, setting it on the panel to see how they slide off for slickness on the panel if one is slicker than the other. One thing I do want to mention and disclose is both of these products I did purchase with my own money. None of these were sent to me. The Griots is one that I purchased a while back and have been very impressed with. And then, of course, the Sam's Detailing Products, Mr. Sam's Spray Wax with Ceramic is just something that I wanted to try and use. A very cool thing with it, it is made in the USA, if it'll show right there. So very cool. Of course, Griots is as well. So real quick, I'm just gonna hit on a few things that both products say about them. I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna break it down price per product, price per ounce, so we can see which one might be something that you'd be interested in, which one might be the best bang for your buck. But let's go over a few things of what they have to say about each product. So with the Mr. Sam's Spray Wax with Ceramic, they say it's boosted with polycharger acrylic polymers, creates a slick hydrophobic shield, spray-on, wipe-off formula, reduces water spotting. They also are saying that this is going to protect against harsh UV rays and environmental damaging elements such as road contaminants, bugs, bird droppings, while reducing water spotting. It does also state that it is safe to use on all rubber or plastic moldings and trim. Works well on painted surfaces, chrome trim, moldings, and glass. So that is what a few of the topics for the Mr. Sam's, what they have to say about it. Moving on over to the Griots Ceramic 3-in-1 Wax. They say that it creates a superior hydrophobic water beading, extreme durability, and intense gloss. With the Griots Ceramic 3-in-1 Wax, they do state that this is a great product to use for boosting an already existing ceramic coating, and it's safe to use on paint, wheels, chrome, plastic trim, and paint protection film. And the directions for use of this is just the same as the other. It's a simple spray-on, wipe-off formula. With the Griots, one thing you do want to note is that, as I mentioned, it does have a 12 to 24 hour cure time before exposing it to any kind of water, weather, harsh chemicals, car wash, detergents, soaps, anything like that. And then after that 12 to 24 hours, they do also say you can add a second coat to increase the durability. Both of these products are readily available. I will link both of these products down in the video description down below. In case you want to pick it up, it'll just be straight from the Cletus McFarlane YouTube channel for the Mr. Sam's spray wax, and then they will be straight from Griots Garage from their website, linking their ceramic 3-in-1 wax. So those links will be easy for you to click on and get to if you want to pick one of these products up after this video. So here's what we'll be working with. We're gonna get some gloss readings before applying either one of these products, see where the panel is at before, and then we'll let this cure and see where the gloss is after these have had 24 hours to cure. I also have the tape, Mr. Sam's, and then over here, Griots. I've labeled the tape. We'll write our gloss readings up there. Hopefully they'll last once we start the torture test and they won't wipe off, but we'll see how it goes and we'll record our gloss units up there. So we got 93.9, 92.3, 89.7, 93.7, 91, and 93. So I'm just going to write down 93 for both sides because that's where they're both at. Like I mentioned, this panel is prepped, cleaned, and ready to go. So we're going to write down 93 on the top for each one there, and we'll record that. We'll see if it bumps it up and boosts it in any gloss whatsoever after the cure time. Shaking both products up. This bottle's not been primed, so just go underneath. These are smaller squares, so one spray in each square is going to be way more than sufficient for this product. So that goes on very slick, very smooth, very easy to use. Got kind of a different smell, but it's not bad. And right away you can feel the slickness right underneath the microfiber. So we've got the Mr. Sam's on this side. Let's get the Griots applied. So that sprayed a little weird. Should have primed it. But same amount. That is basically a spray, and I've got it over the tape there. The Griots, as it goes on, it's a little tacky feeling, but it is not bad. Flip the microfiber towel over. And then coming in for the buff off. You can feel the surface is slick. I would not say it is as slick as the Mr. Sam's, but it is very slick as well. So just get that residue buffed off. I'll come back in, we'll get a gloss reading just to see where these are at right now just after applying. And then we'll let it sit for 24 hours, let it cure, and see where the gloss is at, and then put both of these through their paces. So coming in for a closer look after applying, here is the Mr. Sam's. Coming on over to the Griots. Both look about the same. Feel for slickness. Just right after application, Mr. Sam's definitely is slicker than the Griot side. Also, we're going to come back in for some gloss readings. We'll come over to the Mr. Sam's side. We got 92.6, 92.7, and 90. So our highest reading on Mr. Sam's side was that 92.6. So we are just going to go ahead and we'll just write down the 92.6. So that is the before. Then we'll come over to the Griot side. So right up top here, we are going to be reading 94.6, 93.9, 87.5. So right up in this top corner here is where we saw there's 93.9, 94.1. So we'll go ahead and put the 94.1. So we've got our gloss readings right here that we can see. So with the Griots, we are seeing a little bit more gloss on this panel compared to the Mr. Sam's. Mr. Sam's has knocked it down just a little bit in gloss readings. I have seen products do that. And then once they cure, you're gonna see more gloss out of them. But there's not a huge jump in either one as of right now. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and do the cure time, because I feel that that's important to do to give both these products their fair chance to see where they're at. So it has now been 24 hours of cure time. Over on this side, this is the Mr. Sam's that we have applied. We're gonna come in and get some gloss readings. And then right over here is the Griots Ceramic 3-in-1 wax. Both surfaces do look nice. They are shiny. I am going to pull the tape off around the edges to kind of see where that's at. But first, let's get some gloss readings and see if it has boosted the gloss. So on the Mr. Sam side, we are at 92.6. $92.8. And as you can see the slickness right there, it is sliding off. 94.1, so there is our highest reading there. We'll just get one more. 93.9, so we'll go with that 94.1. And as I mentioned, you can see how slick this is. So we'll come up here and we'll mark the 94.1. So we did get a boost in some gloss, which is good to see. So we'll move on over to the Griot side and we'll get some gloss readings over here. 94.1, 94.2. There's a 90. 94. 92.3. So there's that 94.5. So we're going to record the 94.5. Move that down, 94.5. So as before, we had the 94.1, so it does have a small boost in gloss. The original before applying was at 93, so there is definitely a boost in gloss on both of these products. So with the Mr. Sam's, we did see a small boost in gloss. Very slick as you saw the gloss meter sliding down. Over here on the Griot side, there is a boost in gloss as well. And there is some slickness that you can definitely feel. We're going to show some slickness here in just a sec, but not as slick as the Mr. Sam's with the gloss meter trying to slide off. So moving to the other side, these are just the pearl foam applicators from the Rag Company. I'm going to put those on each side. That's what we're going to see slickness with. So I'm going to go ahead and tilt this panel up. We'll see if one starts to slide off before the other. So right there you can see the Mr. Sam side, as I was mentioning, is very, very slick. We're going to do it one more time. We just got to have a little bit more angle. Griot side still very slick. Just not as slick as the Mr. Sam side, but both very slick surfaces, very impressive. I am going to give the Mr. Sam's, for ease of application, a little bit better than the Griots. Griots wasn't hard to apply, but the Mr. Sam's was super easy to apply. There wasn't any kind of streaking or high spots. I did not get any of that with the Griots. It's just a tackier formula as I was putting it on, and as you saw. And then the Mr. Sam's was just very easy wipe on, wipe off. So that's why I'm giving Mr. Sam's the edge on ease of application. So it's definitely getting the slickness and ease of application. Griot's still a great product. It is easy to apply and it does have great slickness. So next we're going to see the hydrophobics, see how it handles a 10 wash, and then introduce some harsh chemicals to see what kind of durability and chemical resistance each one of these products have. But real quick, I do want to remove this tape before we get into the washing. So we can see, did one of these products add a little bit darker, richer color after being applied? And I, of course, will bring you guys in closer to see. I just want to do as much of this on camera as possible. That way you guys have a good guess at seeing this as well, and you're not wondering, what is it that I've done or am I doing? So we'll get the tape peeled off, and right away for me, yes, both products have enriched the color. It's deeper and darker a little bit, but that is kind of expected because we saw that with the gloss readings, but I'm going to bring you in closer to show you that. So over here on the Mr. Sam side, you can kind of see it up top, up in here. It has made the surface a bit deeper, darker, and richer. You can definitely see it on this side. So it's just kind of hard to get that lighting exactly right, but you can't see it. Moving over to the Griots, same thing. It has deepened and darkened it up. To me, they both look about the same. You can see each one on each side here. But we'll come back over and take a closer look at the Griot side here. But both look very nice, very well. It has added some richness to the color. So for adding gloss, both have done great. And adding color, depth, and shine, both of them have performed extremely well. Okay, so let's check out the beading and the hydrophobics of each one. Remember Mr. Sam's and Griots. So let's go ahead, mist it with some water and see the hydrophobics. As you can see, both sides have some very nice hydrophobics. I would say we got a lot smaller and a lot more tight beads on the Griots, but we still have some very nice tight beads with the Mr. Sam's. But right there we have tight beads on both, so really it's just kind of dependent on the water angle and contact. So let's flood it out and see how it does when we flood it out. So both sides, when flooding it out, disperses the water as you would like to see. So as you can see right there, both sides do disperse the water. The surface is dry on both sides with a few water beading compared to kind of around it where the water wouldn't come off. So let's go ahead and get into the 10 wash, see how it holds up through 10 washes, and then we will go from there. So the surface is very heavily flooded right now. We are going to dry it. You can see the Griots is dispersing over there. Mr. Sam's is starting to as well. We need to dry this panel off. We'll mist it down to see if we can tell a difference. I'm going to stand this panel upright. That way the water can cut off of the surface easier so we can kind of see. But let's get it dried off in case there's any remaining soap residue to see what it looks like. Okay, so we got the panel dried off. Let's go ahead and hit it with some water, see what kind of beading we have on this, and if we can tell a difference from either one. So right there we can see the Griots, it's clearing the surface There's some small spots where the water beading is still tight, so that is still there. The Mr. Sam's is very, very slow. I'm not sure if it is dead or if it is still there on the surface. We'll kind of let this water disperse off there. We'll dry it up real quick as well. Try to get some more water off the surface. We'll hit it again with another light mist to kind of see. And then from there, we'll probably stand the panel upright so that water can get off the surface easier and we can see what it's like there. So as you can see, it is dispersing very quickly off the griots. It's still there on the Mr. Sam's. Let's get this panel stood up so we can see a different point of view. So you can definitely see they are both there still. The Mr. Sam's is turned more into a sheeting product. The Griots is beating up the water still and getting it off the surface. And we'll go ahead and flood this out and see what it looks like. And as you can see there, the Griots does flood out a lot quicker, a lot faster. Mr. Sam's is still getting off the surface. It's just a bit slower, so it's taking a little bit of a hit just from the 10 wash test. The Griots is still there. First, we're just going to hit it with some Optimum Power Clean. And then I'll just come in with the same soapy water to get any of that residue off the surface, dry the panel, we'll see what it looks like. Now we've got the surface cleaned up, any of the residue that would be there is now gone. So let's see if it took a hit. So they are both still there. They're both sheeting the water. A little bit slower, definitely have taken a hit, so let's move on to another chemical. So next, we're gonna move on to the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Pro Rapid Decon All-Wheel Cleaner and Iron Remover. We'll just let that dwell for a little bit, and then we'll come in and just kind of rub it into the surface, rinse it off, wash it, dry it, and see where it's at next. coming in with a different drying towel because that other one was a little saturated. Then just trying to fill the surface. And then filling the surface, neither one is slicker than the other. They both pretty much feel the same. Let's see what the water behavior is like. We are still getting some sheeting. It is very slow. Not as good as it was. The Mr. Sam's is slowed down, but it's still kind of hanging in there. The Griots is dispersing the water a little bit quicker. Really no difference in water beading on either side. You can see it is kind of running off on the Mr. Sam's, not as much on the Griots. There is some there. But both are dispersing the water. They are still there. They're not as great as they were, but they're still holding in there. Very impressed with the Mr. Sam's. I didn't think it was going to hold in there as long, but it definitely is. It's kind of staying right there on the same track as the Griots is. The last product we're going to hit it with is a little Super Clean. We'll see how that holds up on there. So we've got it washed down, dried up. Let's see if there's any water behavior after that. So as you can see there, the Mr. Sam's actually sheeted that water off a little bit quicker. The Griot side is still sheeting the water off. And once again, it is doing the same thing. The Mr. Sam's is sheeting the water off a bit quicker than the Griots. It is still holding in there. And up in this top corner right here, you can see that it is dispersing the water. So I would honestly say that the Mr. Sam's is right on par with the Griots Ceramic 3-in-1 wax. Real quick, let's flood the panel out. So that water is very, very slow to get off the surface. You can see in this corner right here, it is already starting to. Same right in here. So it is still getting off the surface and it's holding in there really well. Griots is still, it's getting it, but it's a little bit slower. The water is basically all off of this Mr. Sam's side and there's still a little bit on the Griots. Let's flood it out one more time. We'll wrap this video up. And as the thickest, heaviest part of that water starts getting off the surface, you can see right here and here, it is already dispersing it, it's sheeting it off. It has taken a huge hit, it is still there, and I personally think it's dispersing the water a little bit better than the Griots side, but that's all a matter of opinion. All right, so there you guys go. There is the Griots Ceramic 3-in-1 Wax and the Mr. Sam's Spray Wax with ceramic. Both of these products being compared together. I want to know, what do you guys think? Drop that down in the comment section down below. Which one do you think lasted longer, lasted better? Also, slickness, gloss, any of that. I want to hear all you guys' comments down in the comment section down below. As a lot of people know right now, the Griots Ceramic 3-in-1 Wax is a great option, a great product. I have nothing bad to say about it. It does everything that they claim. And then the next product with the Sam's Premium Car Detailing Products, the Mr. Sam's, as I've been calling it, spray wax with ceramic. This product here personally is one that you don't want to sleep on because I am very impressed with it. I did think that it was going to add some gloss, a little bit of hydrophobic. I didn't think it was going to be as slick on the surface as it was, and as I showed, it is very slick, very easy to use. So you did see a boost of gloss with both of these. The slight edge is going to go to this one in the slickness. Both of them have great hydrophobics. Both of them have great chemical resistance, as you saw. So really, both of these are right on par with each other. But with the Mr. Sam's, they do say that it is formulated by him himself. It is made in the US. Same as the Griots, made in the US. Both great products. Personally, you can't go wrong with either one. I did like the application of the Mr. Sam's a little bit better than I did with the Griots, just because this is a bit tacky going on, but it does go on very easy. It does leave a great finish and does deliver great results. But with the Mr. Sam's spray wax with ceramic, this stuff went on super easy, was very slick, and it also delivered great results as well. But as I mentioned with both these products, they are great quality products. You can't go wrong with either one personally, but I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section down below. Which one do you think had the slight edge? Which one in your eyes was better? Have you used either one of these? Let me know which ones you've used and or which ones you prefer, because I like hearing your guys' input, experience using these products. That way we can all kind of get a good feel of what is working great for a lot of people. We can kind of see what everyone is liking and enjoying. Also, before we wrap up this video, remember, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the bell, turn on all post notifications so you don't miss a future upload. Also, smash that thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video. Get this video out there for other people to see as well. Maybe it'll help them. Maybe it'll be informative for them, or just something they would like to see. And if you're enjoying the content, all of your guys' support is greatly appreciated. You guys are what makes the channel so great. But I can't thank you guys enough, and I will catch you all in the next one. And until then, take care.